I'm engaged in the conversation, and I tend to kind of slide to the edge of my seat. Well, what that does is it takes my short pants because I don't wear pants unless it's really. I wear shorts, right? And what it does is it takes my shorts and it jams them up there really high, like those. What do you call it? Like those foreign fellows, that go to them beaches over in the Europes, and I tend to I tend to have my britches pulled up a little too high sometimes. It's quite uncomfortable if I'm totally getting my email. I'll open up this one too. And it's quite, for lack of better phraseology, it's a bit of a pain. So yeah, exactly. So I need to. I'm going to get something like garters, but they're the reverse. They attach to the bottom of your pants with some sort of elastic, and then you hook them on to your heels or your shoes or something. You can wear them like socks, kind of, so that like from here where my pants are all pulled up on my legs, I can just stand up, pull, they kind of snap down into position. I just think that'd be a real time saver. I told you he's not right. I know you're right. He's nuttier than a fruitcake. Yeah, like stirrups. Yeah, like stirrup pants. Kind of. How do you hide the garters? Well, I mean, who cares? I mean, you know. All right. Well, we got ourselves an any desk. Let's see if we can get that dude back on the phone. I forgot his name. Does anybody, by chance, 20 minutes later, remember that goober's name? He was not the smartest knife in the tool shed. Connection's kind of wonky. You do a British accent, yes, I can, Becky. I don't like to talk to scammers with a British accent though, because because they're thinking they're actually calling Americans or emailing Americans. So if they get someone on the phone with a British accent, they get a bit twisted about it. So there we go. Chris Morris. Check y'all out. Fucking gangsters. I think this is it. Let's give it a call. Chris Morris.
Yes, I was on the phone just a second ago with a gentleman. I believe his name was Chris Morris, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And what is your concern?
Well,
Like, what do you want?
I had received some email, and it was about
Mm-hmm.
some charge for some program or software or something that I did not order for like $750. And I don't, and I had called,
What is
and
your
while I was in the middle, while I was in the middle of talking to him, my internet went down. And I don't know if he fully understood that. And he kept asking me questions and trying to get me to go to he had me to go and download some program called AnyDesk. And I don't, so I just need to, he knows my whole story. Is Chris Morris here or there?
Let me help you
Is
now.
he available?
What you can see? Just give me a minute, okay?
Okay. Because I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
What?
Hello? Can you hear me? I'm
Uh,
audible to you?
uh, yes. It's very muffled, but
I'm audible to you?
are you what to me?
I said, what do you see on your computer, ma'am? Can you please tell me what
Oh,
exactly
well,
you
I
can see on your
downloaded.
computer?
There's like a screen that has a bunch of red numbers on it.
Okay,
And
tell me the number. Slowly.
tell you the
Tell me the
numbers?
number. It's your
Okay.
ad.
Yes. Are
It
you
says
ready?
says your address. Right?
Yes.
It says your address. Right?
Yes.
Tell me.
Are you ready? That's absolutely correct, dear.
158. Right, madam?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Just next to the number, just beside the number, do you see any lock sign? Add lock, a little lock sign.
Yes.
Click on the lock sign. Then it will ask you set password, confirm password. So you want to cancel the charge, right? So you have
Correct.
to put the password. Cancel 123. The password should be
Cancel.
cancel
1,
123.
2, 3.
All the letters in lowercase, okay? Don't remember that. You need to
Okay.
put all the letters in a cancel 123. CANCEL 123. Got it now?
Yes.
Then confirm the
Cancel.
same
1,
password.
2, 3. What'd you say? What was the last
All the
part?
letters in a lowercase. Cancel 123. That's it.
Right.
Then confirm the same password. Cancel 123. Then click on apply.
Right. I
Okay.
did.
And once you click on apply, after that you will get to see another option. It says interactive access, right?
Yes.
Just below the interactive access, do you see it says never shows incoming sales and requests? Never shows. The third one, it says never shows incoming sales and requests.
Yes.
Always shows, never shows. Select that third one, never shows incoming sales and requests.
All
Did you
right.
select that option?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now our cancellation department team is trying to give you the form shortly on your computer screen. Just give me a minute, and once I'll give you the cancellation form, I will let you know. So just look for that page and
I'm sorry. There's some little thing that popped up on my screen. I don't know if that's supposed to be
what you
there
can
or
now.
not. I'm sorry. I can't
What do
hear
you see
you.
on your computer?
Your phone is very muffled. Hello? Sir?
What do you see on your computer?
Well, there's a little chat box thing that's popped up. I don't know. It says Vivo V2152, and then it has a bunch of numbers on it. I don't know exactly what this is, though.
Sorry?
What's that?
Hello? Right now, what do you see on your computer?
I already told you it's that chat box still. Am I supposed to be saying something different? Sir?
Yes.
Okay. So what? Hello? Sir?
Just be on the line with me, okay?
All right. Oh, there's something else that's popped up here. Some little Vivo thing or something. I don't know what that is.
Don't touch it.
What's that?
As it is.
I lost my page. I don't
Leave your
know.
computer as it is now, I
Oh,
said.
wait a second. That's not the right page. Hold on. Do what now? What am I supposed to be doing?
Right now, you are at your Google Chrome.
Yes.
And did you open a Pornhub?
What is that? I was doing something before I got
You
on
are
the phone.
using
I got on the before I was on the phone. Yeah, I was doing something. I was just getting it back. Why? Is that bad? Is that what caused the problem? Hello? What's that?
What do you see on your computer
There
now?
is a little chat box still that's popped up on my screen, and it says Vivo
Just, just,
V2152 145
just,
105 no 145 109 5100. And then there's a bunch of little buttons and colored boxes and things. And then there's some little green pointy thing on my screen. Well, it's gone now too. It was there for just a second.
It was his cursor that he was unable to do anything with except move it and see it.
Sir? Oh, now there's another one of those little chat dials popped up. It's the same one. It just keeps popping up over and over again. Sir?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what do we do next? How do I get my money back? That's what I really care about.
What do you see right now in front of this computer? Could you please tell me?
I'm sorry, your phone it was like broke up. What did you say? Hello?
What do you see right now? What do you see?
Do you tell me that little chat box deal? I see that little chat box deal again, but it's in the way. Hold on. Okay. And it says Vivo V2152. And I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I want you to be on the line for a moment, okay?
All right. Is this going to take much longer? I just want a refund. Hey, sir, I have a question.
What questions you have?
How much longer are you going to pretend like you don't see this woman stomping on this dude's unit on the screen in front of us? Huh? Because I know you're a scammer. I've known the whole time. And the way your phones are ringing right now, that's my fault. So, just so you know, you're not crazy. You're a scammer. That was a nightmare. That was an absolute nightmare. What is on my screen right now, kids, is there is our movie opens with a hardwood floor, and there is a Converse. I don't know that this is necessarily the ad that they want it to be. There is a small Converse tennis shoe box, and it's showing the box without, you can't see the contents. Turns out it's a pair of little white low top Chucks. Okay. And hold on just a second. I'm getting a personal call that is billable.
$179.99 on your default card saved on Amazon.com. If you have not made any such transaction, then please press 1 to cancel your order. Else, if you have made this purchase on Amazon.com and
Thank you for calling Amazon customer service. How may I help you today?
Yes, sir. I got some phone call just a minute ago. Something about a purchase, some big purchase on my Amazon account, sir. And I'm not entirely certain exactly what this is all about. I didn't buy anything that big.
All right. Can you help me out with your first and the last name so I can go ahead and check in my system?
Yes, sir. First name is Randy, Randy. Last name is Ram, as in Mary, B as in boy, Ler, as in Robert, Randy Rambler. I've had the account for a long time.
All right. And what's your zip code?
It is 3. Oh Lord, that's my dadgum Alabama 75217. I'm sorry.
It's 752.
Absolutely correct.
All right. And when was the last purchase that you have made from your account, Mr. Wendy?
The last purchase, I got myself some new Converse. Well, they're not really for me; they're for somebody else as a gift, but it's kind of for me. About a week and a half ago, but those were delivered without a problem.
All right. Here, Mr. Wendy, is the reason you were contacted today by the Amazon is because we found that there was a purchase made from your account yesterday around 2:35 p.m. And
There
here
shouldn't
we
have
found
been.
that,
I didn't order anything. Who done it?
right? And besides you, does anyone have an access to your account?
Access? No, sir. There shouldn't be anybody. It's got access to my account, sir.
Okay, Mr. Wendy, is we can see that we have sent you a verification code before authorizing the transaction for the purchase.
No, sir. Not to me.
And
You
we
didn't.
found that it was authorized successfully from your end.
Okay.
So, like, by any chance, have you received any verification code yesterday?
No, sir. I didn't receive any such thing.
All right. So, Mr. Wendy, since you are not aware about this purchase made from your account, let me go ahead and run a full security check, okay? So I can help you with more information regarding this purchase, okay?
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Stay on the
Thank you,
line.
Bigfoot
Let me run a
sister.
full security
Appreciate
check.
you for the unicorn fantasy. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and thank you for your patience. You dear Mr. Wendy.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. Mr. Wendy, here I can see in my system that your Amazon account, okay, it has been accessed from multiple location and from multiple devices. As I can see that it has been accessed from New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Texas, and Florida. So, like,
Okay.
by any chance, have you ever been to the state?
Well, I've been to all of them, but I mean, I haven't been there in years to any of them.
All right. And like when you try to make a purchase from the Amazon, on which device do you mostly use your account?
Do I mostly use what?
Like on which device do you mostly use your Amazon account?
Oh, you talking about to access it? It's on my laptop here.
All right. And like, did you ever try to connect your cell phone, your laptop, or tablet to the public Wi-Fi?
Uh, I have. Yes, sir.
All right. When was the last time that you have connected to the public Wi-Fi, Mr.
Oh,
Wendy?
hell, this morning.
All right. But you know very well that the public Wi-Fi are never safe and secure. It can infect your devices as well as your
Oh,
home network.
Lord.
And
Do you think
that
that's
means,
what's happened? My computer done
as
got some
per
kind
your
of boogity
statement,
on it or something?
you are saying that you don't have any idea about this purchase. So it seems like somebody else hasn't hacked your account and they have tried to make a purchase yesterday around 2:35 p.m. with the amount of $1,400.99.
No,
And
sir.
like, have you ever been a victim of identity fraud in the past?
Uh, mm, I mean, not that I'm aware of. This is all kind of new to me.
Okay. Here, Mr. Randy, is after running a full security check on your Amazon ID, we found some suspicious that there are multiple bank account and multiple credit card have been linked for the payment option, which seems suspicious to us. So are you banking or are you linking with multiple bank account or credit card with your Amazon ID? Like here we can see there is a Chase Bank, Bank of America, Inwood National Bank, Citibank, Texas Security Bank, Pegasus Bank. All this bank has been linked for the payment option.
No, no. I got Bank of America. That's it, though. I don't have all this other.
Which means you are only linking with one bank, and beside the one bank, you are not linking with any other bank, correct?
Correct. I just have the Bank of America there. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Mr. Rambler, here, as it is a fraudulent order which was not authorized by you, and as per your statement with the Amazon, believe that this might be a matter of identity fraud. So the only best thing what we will do for you at this point of time is that, as with the Amazon executive, we will go ahead and raise a complaint regarding this bogus purchase and regarding this bogus bank account linked with your Amazon ID. And I will go ahead and fax an
This
email to the fraudulent team
definitely
of
is a
the
road
headquarter
trip.
of the Bank of
Never
America.
fails. And this is
I will
actually
let
my
them know what issue
personal.
you are facing with the Amazon, and I will
So
connect your call, okay?
I got.
So that will help you to stop the transaction which you haven't made, okay?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, sir.
All
So
right.
I
So,
have to
Mr.
be
Rambler, it
super
will take
careful
like
with
30
this
to
one.
35 seconds. I want you to stay connected with us, so I will fax an email and connect your call to the fraudulent team of the Bank of America headquarters, okay?
Yes, sir. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. For those that don't know, is anybody new right now? Anybody's new? They've never been here. They've never seen the insanity that is this show. Type me in the comments. Because, okay, so there are a lot of you that are new. Okay, good. Me. Some of you are typing me, and I know you're not. You sneakies. If you haven't done so yet, click the follow button because we do this every day. Who we are
Hi,
talking.
thank you for holding the line. Your line has been transferred to the fraud department from the headquarters of the Bank of America. This is Joshua Sanchez. How can I help you?
I'm sorry. What's your name, sir? I'm going to write this down. Keep it in my notes.
Yes, you can grab a pen and a paper. The first name is Joshua. The last name is Sanchez.
Oh, Joshua Sanchez. Got it.
Sanchez. Yes.
Okay,
And
got
you
it.
can note down my. You can note down my.
Mr. Sanchez. So basically, I got a phone call from the Amazon folks, and the Amazon folks was telling me that there was some kind of suspicious activity on my account, and they called me to tell me, and so here I am. They said there was like accounts being open, all kind of craziness. So I want to, I guess, I mean, we need to tell somebody somewhere because these people out there are using my identity to open uh, accounts and whatnot. So I need to talk to somebody about that. I reckon.
So you have been connected with the right people. This is the fraud department. But before I proceed further with this information of yours, may I know who am I speaking with?
Yes, first name is Randy, Randy.
Okay.
Last name is Rambler, Rambler.
Okay. And do you have any middle initial?
No, sir.
So, Mr. Randy, since you have been connected to me through Amazon, I'm going to go ahead, sir, and pull out the account information and see what exactly is the situation. But before I do that, for a customer security, can you verify me your date of birth, Randy? account information. Okay, just bear
Okay,
with me for a moment. All right.
perfect. No problem. Okay, so the reason I'm muted just now, he's asking for stuff like personal information, stuff like that. I don't give him real information. I give him fake information, but I don't want the AI moderation, which has already flagged me for giving away personal information, which I did not do. I'm trying to prevent getting another flag for that or whatever. So we're trying to just stay out of trouble. So if I mute periodically, that's why I'm doing it. So don't worry. In the interim,
Yes. Hi. Hello, Randy. Hi. Hello.
yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you for your patience, Randy. I have pulled up your records on my system, and I did receive an email from the Amazon associate stating that there are three Amazon account that is registered with your information, and from this Amazon account there is an authorization of a purchase that is of an Apple MacBook Pro
Yeah.
and an Apple AirPods with the amount of $1,499.37, in which you have denied that none of these transactions has been made by you. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. None of that is mine.
All right. And also, Randy, as I pull out the account information under your account, that is with the amount of $534 that has been made to eBay by today morning. Are you aware of this transaction as well?
No, sir. I did not make that transaction.
All right. So, Randy, since you have denied that none of these transactions belongs to you, sir, I can
Hmm.
clearly see here that this be the case of the identity theft. Someone else might be misusing your information to make these fraud purchase and making these fraud account. And on this recorded line, Randy, I would also like to ask you, since you're not involved in this, do you doubt or do you suspect anyone who might be misusing your identity?
Well, somebody is, but it ain't nobody I mean, I don't. If you ask me if I suspect anybody I know, the answer is no.
Okay. And is this the first time that you are facing this problem, sir, or have you ever been in this kind of situation before?
No, sir. This is the first time for me.
Okay.
I'm an
Have
identity
you,
theft virgin, I suppose.
so you have been a victim of the identity
No,
theft
I have
before?
not.
All right. Okay. So, also, Randy, apart from this, have you misplaced any of your personal information? Have you ever shared any of your personal sensitive information with anyone, like social number, your banking account, your credit cards, or your debit card?
No, sir. Not at all.
No. And I believe you still have a driver's license that you have, sir, or?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, since you have verified me on this recorded line that none of these transactions belongs to you, we have to go ahead, sir, and cancel those pre-authorized transactions so
Yes,
that we can make sure that no amount gets charged from your account. And also,
correct.
Mr. Randy, I would also like to ask you, sir, with the Bank of is this your joint account or your primary account, sir?
Oh no, sir. It's just me, and I have a checking account, a savings account, and a retirement account.
All right. And do you have any debit card or a credit card with the Bank of America?
I don't have any credit cards. I just pay cash for everything. I do have a debit card, but I almost never use it. I just pay cash for everything. I'm old school.
All right. So, apart from the Bank of America, do you deal with any other financial institution,
No, sir.
Randy?
No, sir. Just
And
Bank of America. That's my only bank.
oh,
I have checking, I have savings, and I have an investment account. That's it.
okay, all right. So the reason I'm asking you this is that, Mr. Randy, I can see there's a lot of fraud activities going on with your account. I believe that since you have made a statement that this is not you, it might be someone else is trying to use your
Yes,
identity
we've covered
because
that. So what do we do, sir?
yes. Apart from the Bank of America, sir, I can see here there are multiple banks that is
Yes,
with
we
your
covered that
number.
too. I don't have any other bank accounts. We need to get those shut down. What do we need to do?
I have to forward this file of yours to the senior officer, that is the FTC department, the Federal Trade Commission, who works for the government, who deals with fraud identity related to the internet crime.
since
Okay.
you have been a victim of identity theft. They will secure your identity, sir, and also you can verify them about your whole situation. Do explain them that you're not the one involved in this, and someone else is misusing your identity, right?
Yes, I can do that.
Where they can get this situation fixed.
So do I need to
Since
call them? Do I need to call them
no,
or?
I'll connect your call, sir, from this line itself. But before I
Okay.
do that, since there are multiple bank link with your account, sir, we need to fill up a form that is the asset verification form, in which you can verify your information and the culprit information and send it to the Federal Trade Commission.
Great.
So I'm going to be asking a few security questions, sir. Just answer me with a simple yes or a no. Okay? All right. So the first question is, you said that with the Bank of America, you do have a checking and a savings, correct? And you have an investment account as well.
That is correct.
All right. And what is the available balance that you have on your checking, sir, for customer security?
Hang on a second. I'll log in. I can tell you exactly. Hold on a minute.
All right.
Okay. I'm logging in on my computer here. Okay. In my, which one did you say? My checking or my savings?
A checking account.
Okay. My checking account has $3,819.27.
All right. And what about the savings account?
Hang on, let me switch it here. The savings account has $437,019.88.
Is it 438,000, correct?
$437,019.88, sir.
All right. So also, I believe that this is the only bank that you are dealing with. Is that correct?
How many times do you need me to tell you, son? Bank of America.
I
That's
need to,
it. Bank of
yes,
America.
and I understand.
Bank of
You have to
America.
make sure.
Bank of America is my only
All right.
bank.
All right. Well, then in that case, I would go ahead and forward this file of yours to the senior officer, that is the Federal Trade Commission Department. And before I forward this file of yours, I do have a case registration ID number.
Okay.
If it is possible for you, sir, can you grab a pen and a paper?
I'm ready. Go.
The case ID would be D as in David. Do you live alone, Randy?
Yes,
With your
sir. I
family
do.
members, sir?
I do.
All right. Uh, Okay. Can you verify me your street address, sir, for customer security?
Absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead, sir, and connect your call with one of the available senior officer from the Federal Trade Commission Department, so that you can verify this statement to them that you are not involved in this and someone else is misusing your information. All right.
Correct.
All right. So,
Thank
do you
you.
have any questions for me, Mr. Randy?
No, sir. I
before
just
I
like to
go ahead?
get I just like to get the process moving so that my money is protected.
All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and connect your call. Make sure that you don't disconnect the line. Stay connected, okay?
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, so here's the deal. For those that maybe are just joining, if you're new, type me in the comments so we know who you are, so we can catch you up. I got a call. This actually, I have bait phones that I use all day, every day. This one actually came to my personal phone, and it came from a number that I have saved in my phone as an old insurance robocaller. So it's probably the same people using that number to make illegal calls instead of lead gen calls. But in any case, it's supposed to be an Amazon charge, $1,500. We've all gotten those. We're calling you about a suspicious charge on your account, blah, blah, blah. Press one. You press one. You end up talking to a guy. The guy that I ended up talking to said, yeah, there's a charge for blah, blah, blah. Looks like it might be identity theft. I'm going to connect you with your bank, which was this guy.
Federal Trade Commission, Identity Theft Hotline. This is Officer Steven. How can I help you?
Yes, Officer Steven. My name is Randy. Randy Radler. I received a phone call from Amazon. They said there was some kind of suspicious activity on my account. So I talked to the people there, and they said somebody that opened an account of some kind using my information apparently. So they transferred me over to my bank, which is Bank of America. Bank of America then confirmed all of this information to be true, and apparently found additional charges and accounts that were not mine. And I don't know exactly how it happened or whatever, but I need to. Supposedly, I'm supposed to tell you what has happened. Apparently, I'm a victim of identity theft or fraud or whatever it is. So I need your help to kind of put the brakes on this and get my money back, please, sir.
And do you have a case number?
Case number. Yeah, that other fellow at the bank just give it to me. It's DC 3014578.
Okay, and you are Miss.
Yes, sir, that's correct. Do you need my address and stuff too?
No, let me just check here. So, Mr. Randy, are you suggesting that if somebody stole your identity, committing fraud? If I am getting this correctly.
Yes, sir. That's apparently what has happened. Mr. Randy.
Mr. Rambler here, I'm gonna put you call on a recording so we can record everything. And yes, again, I'm gonna ask you to verify some of the information with me.
Okay.
Can you state your full name for the records, Mr. Randy?
Yes, sir. It is Randy, Randy, Rambler, Rambler.
Do you have a middle name, Mr. Rambler?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. And can I ask you a question, Mr. Rambler? How long have you been experiencing this kind of situation, Mr. Rambler?
Well, I just got this phone call today. They was apparently there's some kind of charges that come, a couple of days back and whatnot. But as far as I know, I mean, the first time I knew about it was today.
Okay. So you have you apart from the Amazon, which is a business entity and e-commerce.
Yes, that's my understanding.
And okay. So apart from that, here, have you recently received any kind of information that says your personal information, your the connection might have been compromised in a data breach or might have been exposed?
No, sir, not in any way, shape, or form. I am completely unaware of anything that could have happened up to this point.
Have you experienced any situation such as somebody's? Have you ever been robbed by somebody else, or have you experienced?
My ex-wife, one could make the argument that my ex-wife robbed me. She took me for damn near everything I had to bet it all back up myself. She's a horrible woman, but not in the true sense of the word, sir. No, sir.
Mr. Rambler here. We require some kind of a compliance evidences that says the time and a date where the fraud has taken place.
Okay.
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 So,
Well, did the bank people not send that over? Because I don't really know that much about it.
We do have a correspondence. I just received a correspondence from the Bank of America.
Okay.
But then now here, one thing is that here, if you are a victim to the fraud and something is going on under your name, what happens is that here, you need to know, you need to have a compliance evidences, because if you are going to take this case to the courthouse or with the counselors, how
Uh-huh.
you are going to furnish, yeah, how you are going to furnish the case. They will ask you to furnish this. Once you furnish this case for you, that's when you get out of the situation. And without the evidences, we can furnish any recommendation. We can furnish anything for you.
Okay.
Now here, Mr. I'm gonna ask you a few relevant questions, and
Okay.
I just need your cooperation.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
let me just get this right up.
Okay.
All right. Let me just run the system for you. All right. This is what the correspondence here. We have headquarters of the Bank of America, not from your
Yes.
local bank people.
Correct.
Mr. Ambler here, as per the correspondence, we have learned from this correspondence, we have learned the situation that somebody else out of nowhere trying to make a purchase under your name in a southern district of New York. However, you live in Dallas, Texas,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So may I know if you know anybody else in a southern district of New York, or have you been there? Do you have any kind of business with anybody else?
In New York? No, sir.
Okay. Did you realize the address which are this address was rated way back in the year of 2021 by the NYPDs
N-
and the state rangers?
n-
I can give you the
No,
address. You can write it down.
I didn't know anything about that. No, I don't know anything about nobody in New York, sir. This is all news to me. I ain't done nothing wrong. I don't know nothing about it. I just need to make certain that my money is now protected. Is that something that you can help me with, or?
Mr. Rambler here, when it comes to if you are concerning about your money, well, we can request for a logbox for you from the fiscal services through the Treasury Constitution to help you secure it. But right now here, what we are more concerned is that here we are concerned about your safety and also safety for our people.
Safety?
Why is that because
Lord, what do you mean my safety? Am I in danger?
not basically you are in danger, but according to what I'm trying to tell you is that here now, when you say you are a victim to a fraud, especially when it comes to an identity theft, you are literally you are in danger because you have no idea about the person who has your information. All right, and
Correct.
if
I
you
don't
if
know. I don't have any idea who the heck it could be.
So what happens is that here, for example, if you are making a report about the burglar in the house, like somebody just broke your mail, and then you have a CCTV camera outside your house in your porch that records everything. So we can just have the footage and get to know. Put the footage in our system. Once we run the system for you, we get to know at what time, at which place, and we can also get to know the person who broke into your house or broke into your mail or into your mailbox. We can do that. But in this case now here, you have no idea about who has your information. Let me give you an example, Mr. Rambler. So, um, if you have to cancel your debit card or a credit card, just so because somebody else has an access into your information, what does that next? What's the difference? Even if you cancel your debit card, that is not going to make any difference. Why is that? Because these people they have your information, they can apply for another one, and they can continue use your information.
Okay.
So the problem is not with your debit card. The problem is not with your credit card. The problem is with your information. Okay.
Okay. So what do we do, sir?
So
That's what I'm after.
all right. Okay. But not only this one. The reason why I am bit concerned about the situation is because we see there is a credit card fraud felony open under your name, and again there is another credit card fraud felony open under your name. Again, there is another credit card fraud felony open under your name, Mr. Rambler.
Okay.
So which means here a couple of credit cards fraud felony open under your name, which is a felony, sir. And also you have been
I'm sorry.
here,
You said it's a what?
a credit card,
Uh-huh.
credit card
Yeah.
fraud felony open. Okay,
A felony? Is that what you said?
that is correct.
Oh Lord.
Credit card fraud felony open under your name.
Okay.
Hmm.
He doesn't know how to pronounce felony.
Do you want me to talk about it one more time, or you got it, sir?
Say that again.
Do you want me to say that again?
No, sir. No, I got it. I got it, sir.
You got it.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Mr. Rambler here need to quickly verify some of your information here in the system. Need to pull up your records here. Do you mind getting a pen and a piece of paper? I'm gonna give you our number, and I'm gonna give you a name where you can call us back anytime.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm ready whenever you are. I've been keeping detailed notes
Okay.
on all this for my records.
Very, very good. You're not supposed to give out your sensitive information. I don't
Yeah,
know what
absolutely.
happened to your information, but it really looks like you are messed up right now.
Oh Lord, that's terrible. I mean, I've been
Please make
I've been messed up in a lot of
no,
ways, but this is new one. This is definitely a new one for the books there.
Mr. Rambler, I'm not blaming you for anything. Okay, like you have been, your information have been victimized. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, it has something to do with you. It's your
I'm
information.
just gonna say,
However,
yeah,
we
it's got
understand.
something to do with me.
However, we understand that it's not your fault. Was that because you never realized you are a part of you are a part of a scheme, or you are a part of the fraud, until the time you realize your information has been misused by some third person without your consent. You're not never going to realize that your information were a part of this thing, a fraud. Sometimes what happens is that here, Mr. Rambler, you don't want to get accused, or you don't want to go to jail for something you never do, right?
Of course, absolutely not. That's the worst thing to go to jail for, something you ain't done.
Right. Okay, all right. Please proceed to make a note of my name, please. Name is Stephen.
What? I'm sorry. What is it again, sir?
I said you can please make a note of my name.
Yes, I got that part. What is your name? Is what I'm saying.
My first name is Stephen.
Okay.
Stephen. Okay.
P-H-E-N. Got it.
My last name is Sachi.
How do you spell that, sir?
S is the same. O. Just below that, you can also make a note of my bench item number. It's 7605.
Got it. 6605. Yes, sir. Okay. Now,
And make a note of make a note of our department number. The department number, it's 202. It comes to a situation like this here, I can tell you, we are going to provide you with a personal recovery plan where you can protect your identity, or you can protect yourself. So now we'll be asking you a few questions on how we can able to identify the suspect, and how we can able to witness the situation right here. Okay.
okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Mr. Rambler here, here is the routing here. how often you are good with the technologies, like with these modern technologies where it takes you everywhere just by sitting on your sofa, sitting on the bedroom. Your the technology takes you everywhere. I mean, you just type something on a Google and it takes you everywhere. So which means you're what happens is that you're let's just take an example of this the TikToks or the Instagram or the Facebooks, where we usually the people are so much into those things nowadays. So if you
Hmm.
are into those things, playing games on the line, like online, or gambling, or sometimes like the main watching porns or stuff like that. What happens is that here, Mr. Rambler, sometimes, or when you do online banking, or when you do some kind of transaction from your laptop or stuff like that, you always need to know what could be the consequences losing your information on in a data breach, or your information have been exposed in a dark web.
Hmm.
That could really that could really get you into trouble. You're gonna throw yourself under the bus if you do that. You tell me if you can you walk me through how often you are good with the technologies, Mr. Rambo?
Uh, tell you what? How good?
Are you with the technologies? How often do you play with the technologies?
Well, I mean, when you say play with my technologies, I'm not entirely
Like you,
certain what.
okay, when I say I'm talking about like do you watch movies online? Do you play games online?
Oh yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. I do all that.
okay? So okay, and have you tried giving out your
There's going to be
information,
good
or have you
stuff
tried
in
applying
this
for
call.
anything online, Mr. Rambler?
Have I applied for what?
Have you tried applying for anything online?
Let's see. I applied for a job recently. That's what I was. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I applied for a job uh, pretty recently and I got a second interview coming up. I did. I mean, let me think. And then I got an email not too long ago about a debt consolidation loan, but I didn't have to apply for that because I don't need debt consolidation. But it was an application. I remember that word being specifically in there. What else? I think that's probably it.
Oh, all right. So, what I'm trying to give you an example over here is because now when you put your information on any kind of applications, or sometimes like when you just take a picture of yourself and you just you upload your picture on the Facebook or any like the TikToks or on a YouTube or anything like that here for you, it just your picture. For you, it's just your name. You it's just you were just doing that.
Oh
But
my
for other
God, this
people,
guy's so
that
bad.
becomes that becomes a
On
data. Your
the
information becomes a data
TikToks.
where they can use your information to take advantage of you, impersonate
Well,
you, and
let me ask you something. What about on like dating websites?
uh,
Is that
we,
I
we
don't like
we
that
have been
tone. Oh
we,
Lord.
we have been getting a lot of reports about the dating application. That's a romance
Oh,
scam. That's
oh
what we call a
Lord.
romance.
Oh Lord. Well, that might be. I wonder. Is that maybe where they got? I don't know. I don't know. I have. It's been lonely since the ex-wife left. So I've had to take to some online dating activities. Some that I'm not especially proud of, but some that, just very normal things. I wonder if
Mr.
maybe
Ram,
that's how any of this might have come
do
to
you want to?
fruition.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I know what you're talking about. So that is what we know. This is one of the this thing like one of the most scam things going on. The Roman scam online dating app.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
those things
That's
are
terrible.
like it's actually not the sometimes they are like the robots. Okay, they're not the real people.
I'm sorry. Did you say the
Sometimes they can
rubbers? What did you say?
no, it can be some kind of robots, or it can be some kind of like uh, they're not the real human beings. I don't know. I don't want to hurt your
Well,
feelings, Mister.
I mean, well, they got to be human beings. You see the pictures of them.
No,
There's some real pretty women out there online.
and they ask you to pay for it, right?
What? They what?
Sometimes sometimes they will ask you for to pay for a picture for $1, like that.
Uh, well, most of them is subscription based, but yeah.
So now here, let me tell you something about the Rhino scam. So the victims is approached through via text message, email, or in a social media,
Maybe
and
like a
they are
random call or something like that.
and yes, and they are convinced to begin a long distance relationship. And once the victim is drawn in, the fraudster requests money transfer to allow them to come to the victim's country. Sometimes they will be acting like they are from the Asia, and since you guys have been in a long distance relationship, in a long distance relationship for a long time, the person they might ask you to, they might request you for some money, so they can come to your country, they can visit you, or maybe they can tell you some they have some debts, or maybe they can tell you something that has gone bad in their family. They want some money, and stuff can happen to you. So we see like in the fraud action reported that in the 12 month to in the month of October 2021, like 8,863 romance scam had been reported, up to like 27% from yeah, and a successful finance professional lost like people have lost a lot of money through this Glaucus romance scam or dating application. I don't believe that. I don't believe in that one.
Okay.
Okay. Second thing, have you received any kind of like business email compromise? Have you received any kind of like emails? You've been telling me something about that. You've been receiving some kind of emails.
Well,
Can you tell me something?
I get all kind of weird emails all the time. There's always something talking about some oh hell, what do you call it? Somebody's trying to tell me about big, beautiful Russian women that want to meet me, or they some of that for hair growth, and then they some for the I don't know how I used to call it them boner pills. I get a lot of them, but there's all kind of crazy emails coming to me all the time.
So when it comes to the business email compromise, you need to understand this one. See, fraudsters they frequently target companies by impersonating a senior executive. Okay, an email is sent to an employee either from the victim's own email account, which has been hacked, or from a spoofed email address. And the email is often followed by a call, apparently from the CEO, a senior executive, or sometimes like they can be from a broadcast law firm or a consultant telling the employee who received the email to respond immediately, and then that's how they
This
will
dude is
try to lure
miles
you
off of
into
any
a
real script.
situation where
He's
you can
just
escape,
talking at this point.
and that can happen to you. That can happen to anybody. There's a lot of scams going on, a lot of
Yeah,
fraudsters going on. You need
I hear about him on the news all the time.
all right.
I ain't never been much. I ain't never been much for that. All of them. What do they call it? The Facebooks and the TikToky and whatever. I don't. I'm not one for all of them too much. Now I will every now and again go over to the YouTubes to find videos like how-to videos. You know, like if I got to change a part on my pickup or something, I'll I'll get on there for that. But I'm not one of them folks. There's some folks that'll spend hours and hours and hours every day on that. What's that Chinese one? That TikTok, or the what do you call it? The YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Tweeters and all that. That just ain't. That's just not my style.
All right, Mr. Rambler. If you will excuse me for about like 120 seconds, I would really appreciate it. I am checking your records here, and
Okay.
I am trying to get some information from the law firm and with the counselors. You gotta give me some time here.
What
Because
law firm?
only yes, don't worry about that. Let me just get this for you. We are going to draft some mail for you. I'm going to send out an affidavit. We're going to like
Okay.
register
Affidavit.
a case with you.
Wait, just, I want to make certain I'm not in any kind of trouble because of some of these people done put some boogeties in my account or hacked my stuff. I'm not in trouble, am I? Like, I don't need to call my attorney or nothing, do I?
No, 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 no. You don't need to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, for example, if you want to call your attorney and like take this case to the courthouse, you still need to have an evidences, right?
Yes.
Right now, you have no evidences. First
None.
thing you need
I
you,
don't
you,
have
you,
any
you
evidences whatsoever. No, sir.
all right. Give me some time here. I'll be right back to you. And
Okay.
once I have the full information here, I will explain to you each one thing and make you understand. And we will try to give you a clear picture about what exactly happened.
Okay.
Because we have a correspondence right here, and I need to understand this correspondence that I have from your bank people.
Okay.
First, give me
Good.
some time. I'll be right back to you.
Okay. Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for your
Yes,
thank you
sir.
for your understanding and your
Yes.
patience, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Rambler. I'll be right back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So now that Jabberjaws has decided to come up for air, let me tell you exactly. Bring out the whoopee cushion. I will, but I'm going to let this guy just run for a minute, Lisa, because he's just off on a tangent. Happy New Year's. Since it feels like this call has gone on for 2 months already. I know, right? So basically, here's the deal. This started with one of these Amazon calls saying that I've been charged $1,500 and, blah, blah, blah. I haven't been. This is not an Amazon person. The first guy wasn't an Amazon person. The second guy wasn't a Bank of America person. And this guy damn sure is not with the Federal Trade Commission, which is what he has tried to portray himself to be. Sorry, I got to put this up here again. TikTok has been hollering at me for 30 minutes. So I'm really kind of curious where exactly he intends to go with this, because we've been on the phone since the original call for 49 minutes. That's how long this has gone on. Now, I saw some people say what he's trying to do is build rapport and gain trust. And yes, that's exactly correct. What he wants to do is get me to believe everything that he says. He feels like if he talks long enough, I'll just cave in when he actually asks me for something, which is going to be soon. He's going to ask me to send him a copy of my driver's license, which is kind of their very typical next step. He's going to do some research on my phone number, which if he does any actual research on his phone number, he's going to be very confused because there's not going to be anybody named Randy Rambler attached to this particular phone number. My phone number is kind of hard. My actual phone number. This is my personal phone, because it has the Ruck Fobocalls case on it. Available at ruckfobocalls.com. All of the merch, the hats, the shirts, everything. It's all available. We're going to have some new stuff come out here very quickly. We're waiting on the app to be released, because once the app's available, then we're going to have all the stuff that's branded to the app, not just the website. So, the the strange part about this is normally they don't spend this much time. They just want to get to the point where they start collecting information and so on and so forth. I don't know if the guy just likes me or what the hell his deal is, or if he's just not confident enough to ask for the information that he truly wants or needs out of this conversation. So we're going to just have to see. Working for fintech, where we see these kind of scams every day. Oh, that sucks, Alexander. They do happen every day,
Okay,
and they
Mr. Rambler,
work.
thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just a little. I'm still a little in shock at all of this stuff.
You are going to be fine. Okay. I see that you live by yourself.
Yes,
You
sir.
have
That's
like a
correct.
okay, all right. And is this your address? Three.
That's all correct, sir.
Okay, all right. Are we on your house phone or your cell phone, Mr.
No, sir.
Rambler?
This is my cell phone. This is the only one I got. I don't have a house phone no more. I had to get rid of it on account of all them people trying to sell me solar stuff.
You got like a smartphone or just a
Yes,
regular
sir.
phone, sir?
No, sir. I got a smartphone. It's an Android. It's made by Samsung. It's one of them.
Okay. Mr. Rambler here, we see that your information has been exposed. You might not you might not, according to the way you have been asking yourself a question, how and why, and you were wondering. So if you are, I don't know what you might be thinking right
John,
now,
it's going
but
to be black and
according to
white
what I
or
can
white
see
and
is that
black.
your information have been exposed and have been
If you
compromised. So
actually want to do that, let
what's
me
going on
know and I
here?
can send
Mr.
you a
Rambler
logo.
here, we see that here there is a lot of transactions which are considered illegal
Wait,
coming out from your account.
you said illegal what coming out of my account?
Illegal illegal transaction,
Oh
which has
Lord.
been reflected into under your name, and not only that one, but I will see your information have been used for applying for a credit cards
I
and
gave
applying
him
for the bank
Nawal. I
account.
gave him a fake
Now
address
we have
earlier.
like there are six bank accounts open up under your name right here,
Wait a
and
minute.
all the six
6
accounts
bank
are
accounts?
yes,
Is that what you said, sir? Yeah, that's
that
what
is
they was
correct.
saying. That's what they was saying before, but those are not mine. They I don't know anything about those accounts.
Let me finish myself.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
go ahead, finish yourself.
So
I'm
the reason
sorry.
the reason here, there are three allegations which have been pressed against your
Money
identification.
laundering.
The first one here, we see that here there are six bank accounts open up under your name, including your bank, the Bank of America. We also see that there are seven credit card fraud filling open under your name, and also your information have been
Oh my
misused
gosh.
in many places for the fraud activities, Mr. Rambler. The first
Okay.
thing, let me give you some kind of information about this one. So these
Okay.
bank accounts are likely a part of laundering and money, defrauding the nation's financial instruments. How is that? Because this can be a work of
Wait,
hackers.
did you say
Yeah,
defrauding some what kind of extremists? What did you say, sir? I'm sorry.
I said nation's financial instruments.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
Why is it? Because here, exactly what's happening is that your information might have been compromised and might have been stolen by a group of a crime organization or by a professional hackers, and they might have been applying for a credit card under your name, and they might have been trying to open the account under your name for
Okay.
they can run they can run their operations because if they want to if they want to make a transaction over $1 million in one account, they can do that. So what they're doing is exactly they have been breaking their transaction. They have been breaking their transaction into a smaller part, so that their transaction does not trigger the bank internal system. Because once the bank internal system gets triggered by any kind of fraud transaction, it will be alerted and the transaction will be blocked. So they are, yeah, basically these people are laundering money
Mm-hmm.
under the bank account on name. They're breaking their transaction into a smaller part, so it does not trigger any law firms. It does not trigger any
Is
authorities
anybody else completely
because
lost in what
they are
he's rambling
laundering
about
the
right now?
money through a legal
If he asked me
source.
to repeat
They're
anything he
doing it
said in the
through
last 10 minutes, I couldn't do it.
through the legal source.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So I suppose my
So which
big
means that
question
here,
is, what
they are,
exactly
yeah,
are we supposed to do about this? Like what
we will,
what do I need to do about this?
we will
Most importantly.
know that the only thing we want from you is your cooperation, and we want you to be a part of this investigation. That's all we want from you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And the reason why I am telling you all this thing and is because I need you to understand exactly what happened in your name, in your identity. You need to know
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, it's I suppose that's important
You,
too.
yeah. Mhm. Because if you don't get the real picture about what is going on under your name, you might get confused. You might get into some confusion when I tell you about the procedure. When we ask you to do things for yourself, you might get some confusion. So in order for you not to get confused in the next procedure, I'm trying to explain you the whole thing so
Okay.
you
That
get on the
makes
whole point.
sense. That makes absolute sense.
Okay. So now here,
Bro.
which means now here,
Oh
these
God.
bank
Wait a second.
accounts which are operated under your name, these bank
Uh
accounts are being charged for
sir,
money laundering.
sir, I'm getting a
Okay.
call from another number right now.
Do you understand what I'm talking about, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
I'm sorry. I was getting a call from a California number. They ain't nobody in your office would be calling me from California, would it? Because I just got a call
Well,
from a California number. I was trying to decline it, but it wasn't working. So I thought maybe it might be some kind of special government phone or something.
no.
Okay.
If we have to call you, we will call you from the area code 202. That's a
Oh yeah,
area
that's
code
right. Because
for
that's Washington D.C., isn't it?
yeah, District of Columbia. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. And also,
That's my
okay,
favorite
let's cut
district.
yeah, let's cut to the chase, okay, Mr. Rambler.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Now,
An hour and a half
the account
later.
which I'm talking about right now, the account which we have recovered and which we have in our custody right now, the accounts have been charged for money laundering under the
Yes.
section of 156 and 1957. The bank account which has been exposed for making a transaction and that triggers the bank internal system, which is a fraud, will be considered and will be blacklisted. And after the thorough examinations or with the preliminary examinations and with the preliminary investigation, we will see what are the what informations are associated in this bank account, so we can go ahead and we can investigate the informations and we can get to know about the person who is behind this crime, so we can catch them and we can put them behind the bars. We can produce them in the courthouse so they can confess their crime.
All
So you
right.
don't face any problem in the future. Okay.
Okay. Y'all do me a
All
favor.
right.
Share this
Second thing
live right
here,
now
we have found that
because we're
here
about to get
there
to the really
are
good part, I think.
7 credit cards under your name. So I hope if you have any credit cards,
No, I
as
don't have any credit cards whatsoever. I've always been of the mindset that if I can't afford it, with cash. I just don't buy it.
Okay. So now here, this bank account, it was actually used across the country, and some of the bank account it has been used in a foreign countries, and for over $500,000. I can tell you that now.
Oh
It's more
Lord.
than that one. Yeah, more $500,000 have been wired through the bank accounts we have here in our custody, and therefore,
You have the
uh,
accounts in your
yeah.
custody?
hmm
Okay.
So now here,
Okay. So what does that
now,
mean exactly?
so which means exactly what I'm telling is that here, the six bank account that we have recovered under your name, under your identity, we have those information here in our custody and the
Okay.
files.
Okay.
And this bank account was used for making transactions across
Okay.
the country and in a foreign countries, like in a Mexico, like in a Jamaica and Iraq. These are places where your information was misused, and these bank accounts are associated in those kind of transactions, which is illegal, Mr. Rambler.
Okay. Well,
That's what I'm telling you.
okay. So
And
wait,
now here,
this brings me back to my question about whether or not I'm in trouble, because I don't want to be in no trouble for this. I ain't done
okay,
nothing, you know. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that here. You are in trouble, but we're not gonna face you until the time you are with us. Until the time you are with our department, we will make sure that you don't face none of the problems for something you never do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we also have found there is a credit card under your name, and now you're telling me that you don't have no credit card under your name, and that is the second count. Number two, the second allegation. So now here, we have a proposal to make in this investigation here, and we are going to pronounce a sentence. Okay, we are going to pronounce a
Wait,
sentence for, yeah,
a
we are going to
sentence?
pronounce as, just hear me out. Okay,
Okay.
we are going to pronounce this.
I'm
We are
sorry,
going to
that
pronounce
just
a
gets me a
sentence.
little nervous. You talking about a sentence? You mean like a jail sentence or prison sentence?
No, 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 no. It's just a
Okay.
legal thing. So
Okay.
once you pronounce a sentence for a conspiracy for committing a wire fraud, or for committing a credit card fraud, for committing the identity fraud,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to pronounce a sentence, and then we will take this, take this case. We will register it with the counselors, with the Treasury Constitution, and with the federal courthouse, and then we will help you legalize your information, and whatever information that belongs to you truly will be legalized. And you have to register and submit your information to the U.S. Constitution one more time for us to go ahead and submit your information and then legalize them. So we can differentiate what are your true belongings that truly belongs to you, and what are information that have been misused by the criminals under your name. And again, what are we gonna do is that here now. Um, this might take a couple of days, or a couple of business days, or this might take some few weeks, or sometimes it takes about a year,
Oh
depending
my.
on, yeah, yeah, depending on the situation. So what I'm gonna do is there, Mr.
So it's
Rambler
going to
here,
take longer than this?
I
Is
will
that
be
what you're
filling out
saying?
the asset verification form under your name, and on the asset verification form, I will be asking you and cross-verifying your true belongingness, what belongs to you truly, so we can mention on the paperwork, we can mention on the affidavit, and then we will send it to the Constitution, so we can help you rectify this. We can help you rectify the situation, and we can able to identify what are your true belongingness, and what are the
What
accounts,
are my
and what
true,
are the
what did you say? What are my triple what? Or my
your
true?
true belongingness, like whatever belongs to you truly.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, yeah. So that's how we can get to know what are your true belongingness, the information or anything that truly belongs to you, the rest of the information, whatever we have recovered here. So we are going to put them in a comparison, in comparing and then we will get to know definitely if some of this information will have some mistakes. Some of this, the bank account or the bank account under your name, some of this bank account will have some mistakes, and that's how we'll be able to get to know which are the fake ones and which are the real ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. The first question is now here, Mr. Rambler. How many bank accounts do you have right now under your name? Your actual bank account that belongs to you.
I have a checking account, a savings account, and investment account. So,
Can you let us?
and
Can you let,
I went through the what do you call it? I went through them with the Bank of America people a bit ago.
and how
So,
and how long have you been with the Bank of America?
Lord, probably 10 years, something like that. Was after the big settlement.
Do you- And how do you normally get statements from the bank? How do you request the statements? Do they send you on the mail, or do you have to request for hard copy, Mr. Rambler?
No, I get emails of them, the email
Okay.
statements.
Okay. And according to the best of your knowledge, can you let us know how much you were holding in your checking and in your savings?
Yeah, I actually, when I was talking to the bank, I looked it up earlier. Uh, the checking account has $3,819.27. That's as of
And what?
today.
Okay. And what about the savings?
The savings account has $437,019.88.
And what was your profession?
Well, I'm retired now.
Okay. What was your job?
Well, I did a little construction here and there, and I got a couple of jobs as an actor. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but I just got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time, and I was looking for a fellow looked just like me to be in a movie, and I was in it, and I keep getting residuals on it. It went blockbuster. It was a small independent deal, but I signed a pretty sweet contract at the beginning of it, and you know, so I got a little bit of money coming to me out of that, and it was enough that I was able to retire, and I got a lump sum at the beginning. And then but that was mostly construction's what I done until the movie thing took off.
And what role did you play in a movie?
Well, I played a cowboy in a movie. I know that seems like a stretch, don't it? But yeah, I played a cowboy in a movie. It's old western.
Very good.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
fun, it's like get to see behind the curtain, so to speak. You see how a movie's made. A lot of long hours, a lot of weird stuff happens on a movie set. I'll tell you that though. There's some of them folks is out there doing some well, they take to drinking and
and
smoking and
ex-
whatnot and that kind of stuff.
explosion.
And there was a whole bunch of shenanigans that would take place late in the evening because it was out in the middle of nowhere. So they had us in these trailers on set. And I had my own trailer all to myself. But they was some folks, they was trailer swapping, if you know what I'm saying. So it was a little crazy.
Can you give us? Can you tell me the name of the movie where you play a role as a cowboy?
But yeah, it was called Dangling Joy.
I'm
D
sorry.
Dangling Joy. DANGLING and then JOY.
Dangling, DANG, right?
Yes. Yes.
LING, dangling,
Yeah,
joy.
dangling. Yes. Joy. I can send you an autographed picture. They set me up with a big old crate of these pictures because that's one
Okay.
of the other things I get to do is I get to go and sign autographs for people that's fans of the movies. And those people pay me like $25 just to get a signed picture. And then sometimes they want to come to, they just want to take a selfie or something, but I don't do it for free. I charge them money for it.
Next question, Mr. Rambler. What kind of investment you're holding with the Bank of America?
What kind of what?
What kind of investment you're
Oh,
holding?
investments. Oh Lord, I got what do you call it? Just the normal, the stocks and the bonds and there's oh hell, what's it called? An annuity in there, and then there's some mutual funds and stuff. Just the normal stuff, nothing crazy.
Okay. And you said you have annuity and
Yeah,
mutual funds.
there's one annuity. Yes, sir. That's the big one.
Okay. And how much you're holding in your investments
Uh,
in
it's about
annuity and mutual funds?
it's about 1.4 million. I didn't get that amount. They didn't ask me for that. It's about
Is it?
1.4 million total.
I'm sorry.
1.4 million, give or take. The annuity, it's called a variable annuity. That one is right at $1 million. And then the
And the
rest,
mutual fund.
yeah, the mutual funds and individual stocks and stuff. That's the other about 410,000, something like that. I don't know the exact amount.
So if you put them all together, you have about like $1.4 million
Yeah, in the
roughly.
investment account. Yes, sir.
All together.
No, you talking about my savings and everything?
I mean, your investments, the annuity, and the mutual funds. If you put
Oh,
those two
yeah. If you
together,
put
you
all
have about
that
like
together,
1.
that account has about 1.4, give or take, $1 million in it. Yes, sir.
Is it mature or it's premature, Mr. Rambler?
I'm sorry. Is it what?
Your in, is it mature or premature?
Well, it's a variable annuity, so it's been in there for 7 years. So are you talking about like it's at the point where I can take money out of it if I need to? It wasn't designated as a retirement vehicle, so I'm not held on any particular timeline or anything. If I want to, if I needed to access this, obviously I could.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that level
All
of
right.
security, but also flexibility.
Okay. All right. Now, I am gonna need one of your picture. I mean, not the real picture, but if you have like any of your identity, I'm gonna need you to take a picture, and this I'm gonna need you to send me on the number where I've given you, and at the same time, I will be sending you a picture of my police ID, and you have to take a picture of your driver's license and send it to me.
Okay.
I am going to make a copy, make an attachment into your affidavit, and I'm going to send it out with the Constitution and with the courthouse. First of all,
Okay.
here I'm going to send you my ID. What's your
Okay.
cell number, Rambler? Tell me your
Uh,
cell number. Okay. And what's the last phone number of your social? I've just sent
That's
you a
okay.
message. Hi. Just check your normal message on your cell phone if you have received my message.
Yes, sir, I did. Now, you said something about sending me your ID or badge or whatever the hell it is from the FTC, right? Is that what you're fixing to? I see something
Yeah.
says hi.
Yes. And you're going to take a picture of your driver's license and send it to me. Do you
Correct.
know how to do that,
I
Rambo?
think, yeah, I think I do. Now, are you going to send me this picture of your ID right here on the same phone number? Because I haven't received that yet.
I've sent you.
Okay. I don't see it just yet.
Yeah. It will take some time.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There. Okay. Now there's something that's come up here. Okay. Yeah, I see it there. New York State driving license. And then you retired police, Department of Investigation for the FTC. Yeah, I got that one. They can come through twice.
All right. Okay. And
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
need
now, now
I'll take a picture of your
driving
take a picture of your
license.
driver's
Yeah.
license
Okay. Hold
and
on
send
just
it
a
to me on
second.
those.
Okay. Hold on.
And
Let
just
me.
leave the line. I am working on your paperwork right here, so give me some time. And once you send me the picture, you let me know. All right?
Okay, yeah, give me just a second. It shouldn't take me but just a minute there.
Okay.
I'm not real good on the computer, but I'm fair to middling here. Okay. Once again, for those wondering, this is why you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I just posted his Federal Trade Commission number over yonder, and he wants a picture. He's expecting a photo of my ID, so he's going to be on the lookout for whatever pops into his phone. Okay. There we go, sir. It should be on its way to you there. Are you there? Sir? Let me send this dude one giant dong picture coming up. There we go. Sir? Sir? It would seem he no longer wishes to speak to me.
Reach is unavailable. Please leave a message and someone will return your call as soon as possible.
Let's call again, just for giggles. Because I'm on, he muted me or hung up. He's awfully quiet now for such a jabberjaws. It's very strange. can only imagine the things that have flooded this
The party you are trying to
poor
reach is
man's
unavailable. Please leave a
inbox.
message and someone will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
It would seem he's hung up. Let me send this man some more photos from our top secret gallery. But we're going to call him from yet another number one more time just for giggles. I sent him a. Hold on. I got to be super careful, make sure I don't show the wrong photos. These are supposed to be.
The party you are trying to reach is
These are supposed to be his IDs. Oh dear. It did it again. I don't give a shit what you say. My heart just kind of stopped a little bit. Holy shit balls. Huh? I can't. She muttered something. What? My ears are numb from listening to that doofus talk for so long. Okay. So this is supposed to be his ID. There is a New York State driver's license. Random Federal Trade Commission officer sent me his driving license right there. And I'm not going to show you too long because I don't want to get. You just got the phone with him, J-Bow? Outstanding. What do you have to say? Anything? So that's that. I don't want to show him to you too long because TikTok will smack my hand. Here's his Federal Trade Commission badge. Very poorly photoshopped garbage effort. And then the picture that he got was just a big giant schmeckle. Let's just put it that way. Let me call him. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to call him. He won't answer the phone. This is a.
Instructions in Spanish, press 9.
Hold on. This is the actual insurance company.
Thank you for calling Pronto.
Yeah, that's the actual company. So they basically what they did was spoof the number. So there's no way to ever get anything back from that. There. Okay. I sent him a few little tasty morsels. He's going to be quite upset by that. That's what we do here, kids. That's what we do. So what time is it? It is 4:00, which means I'm at, once again, the 5-hour mark. Weird thing notwithstanding. So yeah, today was a good day. I'm sad we didn't get a reaction out of him, but it was worth it because we locked him up for, let's see how long that call was. 1 hour and 21 minutes. That's how long that guy was kept from doing anything of any real value that made him any actual money or anything. So, is it the greatest thing in the world? No, but it's also a text now number. So we're going to be able to get, I think it was a text now number. I didn't check, but we're going to be able to get that phone number. Hopefully we're going to be able to get that phone number shut down, and that'll be the end of that. So one day at least, they're going to have a tougher time doing anything. And he's going to have to get a new number because that one's not going to work for him anymore. It's believable. Holy shit balls, man. Your people are going to fucking freak out. Yeah, that's a delay. I can't, because the lights are facing. Oh, yeah. Oh, like, hold on, I don't want to say this. Really? Like, what? Don't miss Vanessa's live stream tonight.
That's gonna be so good.
Don't miss Vanessa's live stream tonight, kids. That's gonna be yeah. Don't miss it. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, you need to come say something in my live so people know who you are.
Say something.
Say something in my live so I can tag you, pin you, so they know who you are.
Okay. I was like, I can't go in there now.
Yeah, no, that would get kind of ruined. Hi, kiddo.
She's
So-
got her Halloween stuff too.
How are you? Let me
Does it
see.
look like my actual hair?
Kinda.
Oh, thanks.
Is that what it's supposed to?
No,
I don't think you understand what a costume is.
My hair's not black.
Oh, you don't give it away.
What do you mean? I'm not dressing up tonight.
Oh, okay. All right. You may go.
I will.
Bye with you. That was Lexi making her little momentary cameo. You're just gonna have to. Oh, is she in here? Somebody pin Ness if she's here yet. I don't know if she is or not. Is she in here yet? If she is, pin her, please. Mods be on the lookout. I don't know how long it's gonna take her to get to her phone. I believe, what is today? Tuesday? This is a different, I don't know. If she'll come in here and say something, we'll know. I'll let her answer that question. It's either probably going to be 6 or 7. What time is it now? 4. So it's either going to be 6 or 7. It is the Vanessa content. My wife also only has one account. The Vanessa Compton. There's a fake out there of her now that's the Vanessa Compton with a 0. There she is. Oh shit, somebody already pinned her. That's her right there. So go watch that. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun time this evening. So, yeah, we've got that going for us, which is nice. What else? Kids, I already pinned that. Okay, so let's make sure. Mods, please ask Todd. Please ask me what, John? What I miss? Why? I don't see. Oh, wait. Guess my message went away. Yeah, I didn't see it. What did you type, John? I don't see one from you unless it's got something. Where do I send my info? What info? Are you talking about, to get my, send it to info at Ruck Fobocalls. I'll try and look for it and find it. And I'll see what we can do. Was anyone here for the first time today new that I haven't addressed yet specifically? I'd like to. The invention, I talked about the invention. It's like reverse garters, but for my shorts, so that when I sit here in my chair all day and scoot to the front, it doesn't pull when my shorts get all pulled up and hiked up on me, creating discomfort in all the wrong areas. Some kind of little suspenders. You're not me. You're not new. It pulls when I stand up, there's like little rubber stretchy deals that go whoop, and pull my shorts down. So then I don't have to listen to y'all talking about who wears short shorts. It's not that I wear short shorts. I mean, I do, but only on certain occasions and in private on vacation at certain resorts. It's not important. But that way I don't have to listen to y'all talk about how short my shorts are. My shorts are actually quite long. Don't need to see any brain. It looked like there was a baby bird in there or something. I don't know what the hell it was. Oh, Lord. Very young, apparently. Didn't have all its feathers yet. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's going to come back to haunt me. Any brain. Never mind. Oh, my heavens. I'm giggling so loud and I got nothing. I'm out. I'm spent. So let me just say how much I appreciate all of you guys. Oh, y'all did get the goal thing there. Let me do this. I said that I kind of set a goal. I've never done that before on YouTube. I said I would do a YouTube only Q&A if we got to a certain goal over there. We didn't. I just set whatever the predetermined deals were, and it didn't really take off or anything. Oh, thanks, Stallion. Let me put that up there too, buddy. Thank you, sir. The link to all my socials and everything is pinned over in the chat over on the tubes as well. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to make this super quick, super easy, and hopefully super achievable. Otherwise, it's going to crash and burn really bad in my face. Here we go. There we go. I put a new one up, and I'm going to put a timer on it. Hang on. Just a minute. Clock. Timer. I got a 5-minute timer. If we do that goal, I'll do another 30 minutes of Q&A. Otherwise, I got to get the hell up out of here. So what do you think? It's 4 minutes, 52 seconds. I did actually start a timer, just so y'all know. I know there's a lot of disbelieving types. I've created quite a few. Oh, heavens. I've created a lot of disbelievers sometimes. Some people say, there's no way this is real. These people can't be this stupid. They are. So that's going very, very quickly, apparently. I don't even know how to check it. Oh, Lord, it's almost halfway done. Y'all are doing good. She at Christmas. Thank you, Missy U9029er. Can you answer my question? I will, Firefly. What was your question? You got to remember, there's 2,800 people in the chat right now, and it moves really fast. What I see a lot of times is I'll see, however many I can see on the screen, and then it just flashes, and then it switches to another, and then it switches to another. So when people are actually doing these gifts and stuff like that, Missy, my goodness, thank you so much, darling. Whoops, I paused y'all. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. How's my doctor's appointment? You should have been here early. I talked about it in grave detail. They're not going to enjoy their online that way. Come on. We're almost there. We got 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. Email sent. Okay, let me go check it real quick. That way I can send you the logo. Minimize. I got to minimize that and close it and go here. Where the hell did it go? I don't see it. Did you send to info at? If you send it to the wrong damn email, I'm going to be so mad at you because you of all people know you're here every day. I got nothing. I don't have it yet. I'll keep an eye on it and see it when it comes in. Everyone acting about the asking. Yeah. Everyone is asking about the doctor's appointment. Stressed out. Love all that you do. Thank you, Stressed Out. Love you too. That's very kind of you. I'll talk about the doctor's appointment in a minute. I don't even know how to get to the thing now. Did we do it? 97, 98, 99, 100. Booyah. You guys are absolutely rock. I didn't think that was going to happen. And with 2 minutes to spare, no doubt. Okay, so let me talk about the doctor's appointment. I went to the doctor and I sat there. There's a lot of people that may have already heard this story. And I apologize if you're hearing it again. I do also want to remind everybody, if you're new here, like you're just now joining for the first time, today was your first trip, type me in the comments real quick for me so we know who you are. I had a follow-up appointment with okay, catch your breath and talk like a human. I had a follow-up appointment with my surgeon who did my sinus surgery not long ago. Okay, all of you that are typing me, please click the follow button right now too. Okay, thank you. The appointment was scheduled for months in advance. for 3:50 p.m. local time. They sent me emails and text messages Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday. Multiple. There was at least 6 that I know of telling me to be there 10 minutes early, to have my payment method available. They want to get paid, to have my insurance information there and ready, and so on. They told me that if I wasn't there on time, that they could cancel or reschedule essentially at will, and there might even be a charge for that, and so on. And I got a half a dozen of these. I showed up early, walked in, checked in, did the thing, sat in the lobby for 20 minutes. Then they finally called me back to the much smaller, much quieter private waiting room, where I proceeded to wait for another nearly 20 minutes. And my scheduled appointment was for 3:50, and I think I left. Let me see what time it was. I had to look at my Facebook post yesterday because that's how we'll know. Um, 27 minutes. They had me waiting without ever having seen my doctor. And I got pissed because every single time I've ever been to that doctor, I've had to wait mercilessly for extended periods of time. I don't think you understand what an appointment is. So I finally got pissed off because this is like the 6th time in a row it's happened. I got up, I walked my ass out of the office. I didn't say shit to anybody. I just left. Got in the car, immediately called the doctor's office that referred me to this particular surgeon. Thank you, Red. I appreciate you. Can you email sent with the screenshot of text? Can you discuss that type of text on here quick? Red. I don't know what your email name is. So we're going to have to see. Or you can type it. And if someone sees it, bring it to my attention over here in the YouTube chat. I called the allergist who referred me to this surgeon. And I said, you guys, I just want to let you know your referral partners are kind of making you look bad because they've been late every single time, yada, yada, yada. She's like, well, I'm super sorry, totally apologize, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we would expect from a referral partner, blah, blah, blah. She's handling it perfectly. She's very, very kind. And, everything's going brilliantly. Then while I'm talking to her, someone calls from the surgeon's office. I answered it. And of course, if you know anything about me in that situation, I did what you would very much expect me to do. I merged the calls. TCPA question. Okay, I see it here. And I will answer that here in just a second. So the person that got on the phone with me was this smug, indignant little prick, and was very unapologetic. He was kind of pissed that I had the audacity to leave. At which point I told him just how shitty the practice was and how I was never going to come back. But these were the instructions moving forward about how they should handle it with me. Send me a copy of my entire medical file, number one. Number two, kiss my ass because I'm not coming back. And at the end of the call, this guy was very snarky, shitty, and short. I don't care. I'm entitled to be pissed off because you have dicked me over 6 times in a row. He went, okay, thank you. Click. And he hung up the phone. The referral partner that sent me heard the entire thing. Her response was, wow. That was her response. So, when I got home 15 minutes later, I called back. They had already closed for the day. They had sent their phones to their answering service 5 minutes before they closed, 6 minutes before they closed. So I didn't even get a chance to talk to anybody. So this morning, I had some other errands to run. And I went to the office and I showed up. And I could see the people behind the front desk kind of go, oh, he's back. That's not good. And I told the young lady behind the counter, yeah, I'm the guy that walked out yesterday. She goes, yeah, I know you are. It's like, okay, good. Then why don't you go get whoever it was that I spoke to on the phone yesterday? I'd like his name and I'd like to speak to him. And she said, okay, wait right here. She walks over 6 feet away, talking to other people behind the counter and starts whispering to them. I shit you not. To which I responded very loudly, you know that I can see you, right? She then gets up, goes away from the counter, goes back to the back. She said, wait here. 5 minutes later, some chick comes out, calls me out by my name, walks over with this envelope of my medical records. And she's like handing it to me like, there you go, bye now. And I was like, no, that's not all I'm here for. So we go behind the little doors into the actual office. Turns out she's the office manager. And I said, let me just tell you why I'm here today. You guys have done such a piss poor job of managing your practice that you've lost someone who's already spent in excess of $10,000 here in the last 5 months. So I just wanted to tell you that. I'd also like the name of the repugnant little twat that I spoke to on the phone yesterday. And she just kind of, why? And I said, because he was a repugnant little twat. And I don't think he would take the same attitude with me in person that he did over the phone. And I'd like very much to see his face when he sees me in real life. And well, I'm not going to subject my staff to what? You can either give it to me or I'll get it. Trust me, I'll get it. It's what I can do. And you're not going to enjoy what happens next because you have no idea what a bad review looks like, but you about to finna gonna learn. And we went back and forth for a couple of minutes and she was equally unapologetic and shitty about it. And at which point I told her, I said, well, I tell you what. She goes, well, we have other doctors here in the practice. And I was like, are they all fucking 30, 45 minutes late every single time, every single visit? Because here's what I do for a living. If you hire me and set an appointment with me, it's going to cost you $1,500 an hour. You got to pay 3 hours in advance for me to show up. That's how it works. So time is money to me, fucking literally. And she, was just kind of like, well, it's not our fault. I'm sorry, whose fault is it? She said, well, Dr. So-and-so spends a certain amount of time with his patients. Fuck that got to do with me, bruh. He doesn't spend that much time with me when he comes in. It's 5 to 10 minutes and at most. And that's after I've waited 45 minutes to see him or an hour or whatever. And she didn't really have a good answer for that. And I said, okay, well, I'm not coming back. What makes you think that I would come back to this practice for any reason whatsoever? Your staff is piss poor, aside from 1 or 2 exceptions, people that I've actually spoken with. But yeah, I'm not going to come back. And I'm going to make certain that anybody who does any manner of search for you or your practice online finds out how little you value anybody else's time. So good day. And I took my shit and I walked out. And they're not ready for what's about to happen online. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, appointment times. I mean, if I show up an hour late for my appointment, how do you handle that? You reschedule me and charge me. Okay. Well, what's my hourly rate in your eyes? Because I know what my hourly rate is in my eyes and on my billing forms. So does that mean you owe me a couple grand? Because you do, but just very unapologetic and shitty about the whole thing. So that was my doctor's appointment. Now, in fairness, the doctor himself is a decent guy. He's a nice guy. Okay. Habitually, perpetually, unacceptably late for every meeting we've ever had. But he's a nice enough guy. There's a young lady that calls me from the big waiting room with all the other people in it and takes me back to the private exam room where I sit and wait for another 20 or 25 minutes all alone, who's very, very nice. She told me, she's like, my husband watches you all the time and blah, 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 blah. Super nice lady. I feel bad for her because she needs to be in a better work environment. The rest of those people in that office can eat a bag of them because, yeah. I'm not going to say the office here yet. I'm going to give the doctor an opportunity to respond to what I put online en masse. But they're not going to like it. So, I mean, you know, and it's not like I'm not a Karen. I'm not an unreasonable customer. I mean, I've owned businesses. I've managed a lot of people over the years, over my 30 years of employment, you know, in various fields and everything else. And, you know, understand shit happens. But we gotten to a point where not only have you shit the bed a half a dozen times, you don't even think you're responsible for it, nor do you feel like you offer or you should offer any manner of apology or even explanation, really, other than to blame it on the one person who's not in the office today, being, of course, the doctor himself. So, yeah. Okay. So I know that was it. Everybody, you know, was asking about the doctor's appointment. So I wanted to give that story. Red over here on YouTube sent me a text. So-and-so, your congressman, Rep. Marionette Miller, so-and-so Meeks, voted against protecting your right to basic birth control like condoms, the pill, and IUDs, blah, 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 blah. Borderline, bottom line, it is a political action committee, probably text. Red, what I want you to do is I want you to send me your location, just city and state. You don't have to give me specifics, just city and state. I mean, theoretically, I could look it up by the rep, but it would be easier if you just sent it to me. I was talking with an attorney. It has long been accepted as the land of the law, so to speak, that political texts from 501c3s are exempt. However, they are exempt to a certain point. Once you've told them to stop, there's a wrinkle. And myself and another attorney friend of mine were talking about this the other day, and we were going to talk to some folks about this. Have you typed stop as a response, and have you continued to receive text messages? If you have, let me know. Be sure to send me your location, and if you've got copies or screenshots of you telling them stop and them sending again, send those to me, because I might have something brewing for that. I don't know who this is, but they call all the time. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Susan Marie here. I'm calling to help you get the newly added Medicare benefits in this annual enrollment 2025. It includes free medication, prescription coverage, food cards, and cash back of $250. So, do you have Medicare Part A and B?
Yes.
You are eligible for the new updates. I'm just connecting in a verification officer to assist you now. Please hold on for a second.
I don't make money off calls to the burner phones.
Hello, my name is Michael. How are you doing today?
Yes, my name is Pravat Singh. Hi. Pro tip, they don't want to talk to anybody with a name from their part of the world, because they know that people from their part of the world know that a lot of these are just scams, and they'll start saying filthy things to them in Hindi and so on. So that's why they'll just hang up. So go and Google common Indian names, common Pakistani names. And a lot of times, if you just say that name, get well versed at saying it. The name that I tend to give them a lot, it's actually the name of a friend of mine. This is absolute fact. His name is Pandian Saravana Kumar. And I always say that, yes, this is Pandian Saravana Kumar. How can I help you? And they get a little geeked out and they cough. Raj Banchad. My name is Raj Banchad. Oh my God. What a great name. Okay. Non-bread or Papa Dom Compton. Can you make money off those? Yes, you absolutely can. It's a little time consuming for what we're trying to do here. I wanted to do the Q&A and answer any questions. So if anybody else has any questions, please feel free to tender them now, and I'm happy to. Yeah, Kumar is a very common name. It is. Is that actionable call? I get 20, 25 of those in a day. Yes, they are actionable. And it's anywhere from $500 to $3,000 per call. If your number's on the do not call list, you can get up to $3,000 per call. If your number is not on the do not call list, then you can get up to $1,500 per call. Yeah, he immediately hung up. As soon as I said my name was, what did I say it was? Pravat Singh. That's kind of like John Smith. It's a very common name. Okay, questions. What else? Send a second email answering your question. Okay, good. I'm not Texas stop, but with being on the national DNC register, I thought that superseded the stop option. No, because they are in all likelihood a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which is exempt under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act and most of the state statutes that exist, regardless of where you are. Okay, I see where you live. Let me look into that. I'm collecting some names and stuff. How do you keep them from hacking you? Lacey, that's a great question. I actually let them hack me. That's the thing. I let them into my computer. And technically it's not hacking because I'm giving them the user ID and password. Hacking by definition means they're getting in through some nefarious means, like some way that, they're not supposed to be getting in there. But if I give somebody, if I give you the ID and password to my computer, you're not hacking it. You're just accessing it. So that's truthfully what they're trying to do. What am I showing them on the screen? Various movies. For example, Who's Your King? If you go to the hub, yeah, that one. And type in the word weird. That'll give you a good example. In the search bar, type weird. Do you? I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to read that out loud. What has been your biggest unexpected win of your career? Probably the robocalls thing. Dude, it was bananas, man. Like we were broke as shit. I'm talking like 2018. This was after I went through all the legal, all that stuff. Many of you know about that story. If you don't, you'll catch it another time. But I'd just gone through that. I mean, we were in rough shape financially. My wife and I, it was bad, like gonna lose the house kind of bad. Oh shit, I gotta plug you in. Hold on a second. Because we're about to lose our power. Hold on, just a second. And it was one of those where, we kind of joke about it now, but it was kind of like, I hope the debit card works, at the grocery store. I mean, it was like that and rolling quarters to buy gas and crazy shit. Right. So it had been like that for a minute. And then I just had this crazy ass idea in 2018, stuff that I had been doing when I was working for the law firm. I was like, I wonder if I could do this without an attorney, like without their letterhead, without anything. Like if I just make a legal demand, I wonder if they'll pay. And I did it. And the very first time I tried it, I got a $2,000 check. And I was like, oh shit. And of course at that time, $2,000 was a lot of money for me. And I was like, okay, let me try this again. I got an auto warranty call, got 3,000. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So then I just started replicating that. And, I made that first month, probably 10, 12 grand or something. I was like, okay, I'm on to something. So I went and I contacted a lot of my friends that were in the mortgage and real estate business because I know they live and die by their phones. They have to answer every single call because it's kind of a part of the business. And I said, hey, I got this thing and I'd like for you guys to try it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to just give me the information that you get from the calls. I'll do the research. I'll find the bad guys. I'll give it back to you. Then I'm going to give you template demand letters, and I want you to just send the template demand letters and see if they work. And people started making hella cash. So it worked. So then 3 months later, I released the kit which, at the time was only 30 something pages. Now it's like 80. And I basically just started selling it, and it started selling like hotcakes just through social media, no advertising, no anything, just word of mouth. People are like, wait, you made what? So fast forward to January of 2019. This was in September of 2018 is when I released it. January of 2019, I reached out to Steve Noviello, Fox 4 News in Dallas. He is Save Me Steve. He's a consumer reporter there. Very good. To this day, remains one of the best I've ever dealt with in hundreds of news stories. He was probably the best. And he remains a friend at this point. Years down the road, 6 years down the road. And he said, we're doing, he says, does this really work though? And I was like, bro, I'm telling you, try it. He did. He was on paternity leave. Him and his husband had a son, and he was out for like a month during the month of either January or February or something. He tried it. He made $5,750 on 2 separate calls total. And it took him 10 days from start to finish. So he's like, bro, we're doing a story on this. I was like, really? So it kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. They came on February 14th. That's why I'm wearing a pink shirt in the original interview. And I had a really bad haircut because, well, I was broke and couldn't get haircuts as frequently as I wanted to. And he filmed the story. It aired March 19th. He did great promos leading up to it. And March 19th at about 9:20 p.m., they ran the story. And we damn near broke the fucking internet. The next day, he called me at midnight that night and goes, hey, man, did you get your website issue? Because we had almost crashed GoDaddy's servers. And he said, you get all that fixed? I said, yeah, man, we're good. He's like, all right, cool. He goes, tomorrow morning, buckle up. What do you mean buckle up? He said, because we're about to put this in 10 major markets back to back in live spots. So tomorrow's going to be busy. Don't make plans. I was like, okay. Sure enough, 9 o'clock in the morning, there was like Miami or Orlando, I think it was. And then there was literally 10 major metro markets across the country, back to back to back. And I was sitting at lunch with my best friend, just marveling at what had happened, because here I was broke as piss, didn't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. And I'm sitting at lunch and watching, like I could refresh, and the dollar amount was going up like huge amounts every time I would refresh in terms of sales in that day. I made more that day selling the kit than I had made in the prior year doing everything. So if you've never had a product go viral online, I highly recommend you give it a shot. It's pretty awesome. And then it just took off because they saw it in all these major markets. So all of the different news stations in each of those 10 markets were all like, hey, I want to do a story on this. So before I knew it, I was doing 2 or 3 news stories a week. And I mean, I couldn't take a vacation because they would call during the vacation and be like, hey, can you do a live spot at 5? And I was like, 5, what time zone? They're like, in about 20 minutes. And I was like, I have pictures and video of me setting up like at a vacation house, I think in Galveston maybe, or somewhere, some beach house, where I like set up books and stuff and had my phone propped up so I could do a live interview on one of the local stations. And it just continued like that for 2 years. And it ended up being, I don't want to talk about money, but I can tell you that there was, in terms of what that has paid over the last 6 years, it's substantial. I mean, for a lot of people, it's a lifetime's worth of money. And it's been a huge, blessing, however you define that word, for me and my family. But more importantly, in my mind, unselfishly, I've literally helped tens of thousands of people collect tens of millions of dollars from robocallers and telemarketers. So biggest win of my career, certainly unexpected. I mean, I thought it was money. I was like, hey, if I make an extra $5,000 or $10,000 this month, that'd be crazy. It was way bigger than that for a long time. So, and it continues. I mean, it's still successful. People still make money. I don't remember who it was yesterday. Somebody came to the live stream yesterday over on YouTube and said, yeah, the kit works, dude. I got it a week ago Friday and I made $8,000 so far. So it does work. There's a link in my bio. I'm not trying to pitch you. I promise. There's a link in my bio. If you want more information about it, go check it out. It's the same pinned over in the YouTube chat right now. What else? What other questions? How often do you spin off into characters without meaning to? You mean like just my normal life every day? Fucking all day, every day. I always talk in voices. Who do you call to report these calls if you get them calling you after you click stop or on the do not call list? You don't report them. You hold them accountable. That's what the kit explains. The kit teaches you how to talk to people that call and get information from. You can't get no information. They're from China. They're from India. Yes, you can. I've done it many times live in front of thousands of people. You can do it. You just need to know how. That's what the kit teaches you. Then you take the information you collect during the calls. You do research, basic research, Google searches, and some tools that we provide you, just websites and things that you can use to find more information. And then you send them one of the pre-written template demand letters that's kind of fill in the blank and send it off. And a significant percentage of these companies want to settle. They don't want to go to court. You don't have to take anybody to court. You don't have to have a lawyer. You may at some point decide you want to if the case is big enough. For example, I have one right now that I have about 400 calls from a lead gen or an insurance company, and multiply that times $3,000 apiece. I got $1.4 million, no, $1.2 million in damages potentially. Now, it won't be that much. I won't get that much. I will end up settling it. It'll be a substantial, probably six-figure settlement, and I'll be tickled shitless to get it. It was one of those Spanish robocallers. The kit is a $47 one-time charge. It's all on the website. Does the kit work outside the U.S.? No, it does not. It's based on U.S. federal law, so it only works in U.S. states and territories. Sorry, my Kiwi friend. Have a great evening. Thanks, Judge. Sorry, I just now saw that. Do not call registry. You can find it at donotcall.gov. You can actually verify if your number's on it. If you don't know, you can also enter your number if you have not done so yet. Once your number is entered on the national do not call registry, it's on there forever. So you don't have to redo it or whatever. Now, some states have their own unique do not call registries or no call lists, like Texas, my state does. We have a Texas no call list. You have to renew it every 3 years, but they send you an email and go, hey, do you still want to be on this? Yes, I do. How to meet my wife? You got to tune into one of the Saturday night shows for that. That's a long story. What's the site again? Do not call.gov. Or you can just Google do not call registry and you'll find it. What about New York? Is New York, last time I checked, it's one of the states or territories of the United States. Have you ever seen your scammers on the computer? No, that would constitute hacking and that would be illegal. Are you thinking of incorporating more characters in calls? The characters just kind of come when they come. I said that out loud. Shit. They just kind of show up when they show up. And, oh, hello there. Sometimes they just appear out of nowhere and then they just kind of become a thing. So Robocalls.cash is $47 for the kit. And then if you want to join the members forum, which is kind of an online community where there's hundreds of other very successful kit users in there, you can join that. It's optional. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it to be successful. But I guarantee you that if you're going to be successful, you'll get there faster and easier with a lot less heartache if you join the forum. I recommend everybody at least try it. If you get in there and don't see the value, you can email us at our posted email and cancel it, and we'll send you a prorated refund and cancel it. You're done. That's it. Can you do Patrick from SpongeBob? I think I can, but I never got into watching SpongeBob. Even my kids did, but I never really watched it. TikTok invitation in New York. Yeah, they sent me a deal. I've got a few days to make my decision. I don't know if I'm really going to go, to be honest with you. It's part of the Emerging Creators Program, which I'm like emerging. So you've been on the do not call list for 30 years, is still getting bombarded by calls. You might be exaggerating that a bit because it didn't go into effect until 2003, which means 21 years, but yeah, seems like a long time. Listen, actually I had to work a bit. Don't get a ton of calls. Do you have any recommendations for that? I love the kit, but I'm kind of missing something important there. Yeah, I mean, if you don't get, the only time the kit doesn't work is if you're not getting calls at all. You're not getting the right kinds of calls. There's a frequently asked questions page on our website that tells you. And then if you don't use the kit the way we tell you to, it's possible, if not altogether likely, that you won't have success. But if you do it according to the rules for, that we lay out in the kit, on the right kinds of calls, you will get paid. There are people that have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. My own deal, people are like, how much have you made? Honest to God, I don't have a total. It's six figures, I can tell you that much. But I also don't get calls as frequently as a lot of people. The reason for that is because once the kit came out and I kind of got famous or infamous, depending on which side of the fight you were on, I stopped getting a lot of robocalls. I still get scam calls like that Amazon call that we got earlier, but I don't get telemarketing calls that often. It's very rare. The kit teach you what? The kit teaches you how to use the Telephone Consumer Protection Act of 1991, passed into law by George Herbert Walker Bush, how to make telemarketers pay you if they call you without your express prior written consent. Do one for the UK. The laws in the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, they don't work. They're not the same. So tell your government to beef up the laws. And then I will. Trust me, I would love nothing more than to create a kit for every continent or country. I guarantee you I would. It does cover text, but not scam text. Again, we're not talking about scammers. We're talking about people that are trying to sell you stuff. Did I go to the bank today? No. Was I supposed to? Robocalls.cash, chef. Don't get a ton of calls. Okay, wait, read that. What was my first character? I don't really think there was a character so much as I would just start kind of talking. If you go back and look at the beginning of my TikToks, it was me doing a lot of this, so it was kind of a Randy Buster. I think the first character that I named was Buster. Highman. Hyman. And then Beverly came shortly after that. And then it just kind of was like the wheels came off and I started naming them left and right. You're very welcome, Venus. Road trip was botched. I'm thinking about your kid. I'm thinking about you, Kat. Just kidding. Oh, yeah, no, we didn't get that far. It didn't go that far.
Aunt Bev is the best. Oh, that's very kind of you.
How much do I have to sponsor to get a full day of Sid? I don't know. I never thought about that. It'd be a fair amount. Sid's tougher than people think because I do slobber a lot when I say certain things. So it's hard to concentrate. Do you have to have an attorney? No, not at all. Right? You always have that as an option, but it is never a requirement. I found that when you F with the scammers, you seem to get less of those calls too. Yeah, I don't even get that many scam calls even that much anymore. How do I know which TikTok management companies are legit? First of all, are they followed by TikTok? If anyone claiming to be a TikTok agency is not followed by TikTok, they're not a legit agency. I am with an agency. It's called Blue Shift Live Agency. I don't know what I think it's Blue Shift Live Agency or Blue Shift. If you just type it in, but it's not BLUE, it's BLU. So BLUSHIFT Live, I think is what it is. And just tell them you got their name from me, and you can apply, and they think if you're meet the requirements, I got married, then they might take you on. I highly recommend it. If you're a live streamer, I mean, it is very helpful. So that's I recognize her a little more. Oh my, what'd you do there? Or is that just how they look right now? Damn. Holy shit balls. That's good shadows. What now?
Oh,
I'm sorry, you were saying something or gonna? Goodness gracious sakes alive, boys and girls. You need it now?
Well,
soon. I need to shut the fuck up is what you're saying. It's like, Babylon, you need to and be done. So, all right, I'll finish up. How many scam baiters are there on TikTok? I mean, like all the major ones. I mean, there's maybe 10 that are like big and that you would know total. How many character voices do I do? I don't know. How many I do on TikTok or, during my live streams is probably only 7 or 8. There's a lot that I don't do because I don't do foreign. Have I ever met Ron Jeremy? One time on set. Who's the admin for the member forum? There's multiple people watching. So, just put my number on the list. Should I wait to see if the calls stop before buying the kit? The calls won't stop, Derek. As much as I'd like to say that would be enough, it's not. Number one. Number two, practice. Because you have to be on the list for that part of it to apply. You have to have been on the do not call registry for at least 30 days. On that 31st day, now you can actually claim going after them. But don't wait. The calls are not going to stop just because you get on the DNC. You're the best. Yes, scam baiters boring. Oh, I don't think that. I mean, some are better than others, and some have a different taste. There's people that don't like mine because it's like, oh, you got to show them. Okay, whatever. I get the reactions, and it's funny, and whatever. I do voices and stuff. Other people use voice changers. Some people like that versus what I do. Some people think, he makes fun of old people. He makes fun of rednecks, and it's a different taste for everybody. Anybody that's fighting the fight, I'm behind them. They have my full support. There's one person out there that, by all accounts, and it's not just like I try not to be biased, but there's one person in particular that's relatively new out there that is literally doing every bit that I do and using every trick, everything that I do. And it's like, full disclosure, Pierogi is and Kit Boga. Those guys are like kind of the OGs of scam baiting as you guys see what I do here. Jim Browning is like a white hat ethical hacker that gets into their closed circuit TV systems and their computers and does all this like high level stuff and works directly with law enforcement in these places. I didn't realize scammer payback was a thing until well after I was doing it here. I was like searching for hashtags to tag in my videos, and I kept putting scammer, and you can go look at this. It's legit and God's honest truth. I didn't know scammer payback was a person. I kept seeing it as a hashtag. So I just started using it over and over and over. And then I realized, oh shit, that's a person. And I felt terrible because it made me feel like they or others would think that I was simply trying to copy this person's style and whatever. And that wasn't what I was doing. And I felt absolutely, it still bothers me to this day. But just the volume of content that I put out with that as a hashtag makes me feel terrible. And the minute I found that out, I stopped doing that because I thought it was just people talking about paying back scammers. And no, it's a person, dude. That's a brand. Shit. But Pierogi scammer payback. He knows where my heart is. He knows. We don't know each other personally or anything like that, but he knows that I'm contributing to the greater good and the cause for all of us. At least I try to every day. And so I don't think I don't know if he even knows, or because I was small back then, so he didn't notice me. So But I mean, you know, I try to keep it original as much as I can. Then there was people that say, "Oh, you're doing the wig," you know, because I did Beverly Leslie. I dressed in drag one day, and it's like try to find an old lady wig. They all look like the Beverly wig. So it's like, but Kid Boga did that once, or you know, in a couple of his videos or something like that. I don't know. So it's like I do that on a very limited basis too. But there's only so many ways for me to even vaguely look like a woman. So. The kit is $47. It's all available. All the information is available on the website that's linked in my bio. What if someone also registered my number back in 2006 before I ever had the number? You would want to re-register it, ideally. See you stressed out. Thanks for being here. Sorry I went long. Larry, what if someone else? Okay, yeah, I got that. I have someone blocked on TikTok because they piggyback off of your live and it pisses me off. You know, it's a fine line because, you know, I'm still supporting them in what they do because they are fighting the good fight. I do wish, you know, when 25 or 30 people come to me and go, "Hey, have you seen this person?" And I'm like, "Yeah," you know, and they're like, literally copying your shit word for word. And I'm like, that sucks. And I don't wish this person any ill will, but this person like reached out to me and like, "Hey, unblock me. You know, I'm not a bad guy. I'm one of the good guys." And I'm like, "You're obviously watching my shit because you're using like my taglines and like everything." So it's kind of like, no, I'm just going to let you grow on your own and you'll just have to do whatever. So, but I wish people well. I wish you well on your own endeavors a little bit. That's all. Try to make it seem a little less like you just watched me for the last 3 months and then started doing stuff. So, and again, you know, people develop their own styles and whatever over time. So I'm not upset about it, you know. And I mean, people, like I said, people said I copied. "You're just like Kid Boga," or "You're just like Pierogi." People used to say that all the time. They come into lives, and it's like, okay, well, you know, I try to separate myself a little bit. You know, I try to explain things a little bit better than I think a lot of people do. You know, Pierogi's got a huge team of people working with him or for him, or, you know, interns and volunteers and people that, you know, he pays on staff. Trilogy, same thing. Trilogy's winning all kinds of awards, like movie awards and stuff for the production level of their stuff. And it's fabulous. Same with Pierogi. I mean, but he's got people working for him doing all. I'm still kind of a one-man show and all this shit. So, you know, my 16-hour days kind of limit how much I can spend on editing. So, let's see. Would you ever collab with Pierogi or Kid Boga? Absolutely. My understanding is Kid Boga doesn't really collab with anybody. I don't know that for certain because I've never spoken to him. I've never actually spoken to Pierogi or Scammer Payback or whatever, but they've actually acknowledged me publicly in their live streams multiple times and stuff, for which I'm very grateful, because that's like, you know, when Jesus goes, "Oh, and there's Doc," you know, because he's that big. He has like 7.8 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 100,000, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's it right there. Ruck Fobocalls. Do it now. Please hurry, quick, fast. As far as the app, will it be accessible for the PC user? Yes, it's an app, so it'll be accessible on smart TVs and everything else. You'll be able to watch it online on a computer, just like you can on a phone or tablet or anything else. Do you give out face socials when they ask? I'll give out the last 4, but they're manufactured. They're fake. I don't give out full socials ever because they know they're fake very quickly. Wish you could help me. Help you what? Also, I can appreciate the simplicity of Pleasant Green's videos. Pleasant Green is another great guy. Very consumer advocacy oriented as well. You know, and I have the utmost respect for these guys that have been doing it longer than me. You know, Eminem, there was a speech he gave one time at like that. I think it was either the Grammys or the MTV Music Video Awards. And he got up there and he says, you know, I'm here because of a lot of other people. And I'm tired of rappers and performers that don't acknowledge where they came from. You know, that has a lot to do. There's a song, I can't remember which one it is. maybe Still Dre Day, where he talks about the fact I'm the one that gave you the NWA, the DOCs, and the group that said mother the police, talking about NWA. You have to pay homage to a certain extent, I feel like, because without those people laying the groundwork, none of us would be worth a damn at what we do. So I mean, I always give praise and homage, credit to the people that came before me, and will continue to do so. Even if I don't like them or they don't like me, I'll tell you straight up, they're badasses at what they do. So they forgot about Dre. Is that what it is? The song? They forgot about Dre. Nothing comes out. What was it? How does that thing go? Nothing comes out but a bunch of gibberish. Mother, exactly like they forgot about Dre. There you go. Sorry. We're doing good. 14. I'm gonna get out of here. My wife needs me to do some stuff. I have some more errands and things that I need to run. Some more personal business that I need to address online, bills and things of that nature. So I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate your generosity through your gifts, your time, your attention, the taps you put into the screen. Those of you that have flat fingers, it's all my fault, and I'm super sorry. If you need surgery later, good luck with that. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that today. Do remember, though, I close my live stream the same way every day. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say because it resonates with me. That's why I say it. I hope that it resonates with you and that you will take it to heart and maybe consider applying it to your evening, your morning tomorrow until I see you. Again, those of you that have followed, love yourselves, love each other. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. I firmly believe in my heart of hearts that we could overcome any challenge, any adversity, solve any problem that we face as a human collective if we just do those 4 simple things. Love yourselves, love each other, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Until tomorrow, noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 on the west side. Ruck Fobocalls, y'all. Cheers. Thanks for being here. And as for you,